you go to page 8, there's also rules about the fraud alerts. So if you've pulled a consumer report, if you've pulled a number of them, chances are you've seen a fraud alert that's popped up. Now, and again, there's a couple of things that triggers. If there's a fraud alert on a consumer report, what it says is you cannot open a new credit account unless you've gone through the process to kind of verify that this fraud alert is, that it's out of the way, or that this isn't a fraudulent attempt for credit. So you have to form a reasonable belief that you know the true identity of the individual who's pulling that account. Okay, and then you have to go through and verify that in some way. So look at letter B on page 8. It says, okay, if let's say there's a fraud alert out there, I need to form that reasonable belief that this person is who they say they are and that they are actually applying for credit. How can we do that? Well, you could contact the customer using a telephone number that you've provided, or take other reasonable steps to verify their identity. And if there's an additional extended alert that's on there that says that gives you a contact telephone number that you have to call to verify their identity, then you must contact the consumer, via that telephone number. Also, there's a couple of other things. What if you don't do this right? What if there's a fraud alert and you either miss it, or maybe you don't go through that verification process? If you fail to comply with this requirement, look what it says under D1 there. Then the consumer is not liable for that debt. In fact, you're just going to have to eat that if it turns out there's a fraud alert that was missed. Also, you cannot discriminate. Look at number 2 under there. If somebody has a fraud alert, or they've put a fraud alert on their account, you can't use the existence of that fraud alert to discriminate against them. That can't be a reason why you've denied that credit or treated them any differently than you did somebody else. Yes, there's extra work. If you see that fraud alert, you have to go through some extra steps, but you can't. They're exercising their rights to put a fraud alert on their account, can't be used against them in any negative way. So you can't discriminate against them based on the existence of that fraud alert.